New York was all about more about hustle. Here is hustle, but it's more peaceful.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you? Like how?
I think there's something to be said about the confusion of lifestyle here, which is like, the first thing someone is going to ask you is Miami like partying and drinking all the time and, this and that. And I always think, there's two type of people you're going to meet in Miami. You're going to meet somebody who went against it completely and is leaned into healthy lifestyles such as yourself.
Yeah.
They're here for business, the real estate opportunities, all the things that are happening here in Miami, right? Then you got the opposite who did come here to party that you will run into from time to time. And you're like, oh, you're in that mode.
Yeah.
They're at the club at 3 a.m. They're, taking a nap at, 11 o'clock at night. And then they're going to the club to do that little, 3 a.m. party. And I've met a couple of those people. So like, I think that's the funny part that I'm learning about Miami is that there is such a divide between those two people. And they're both heavily here. The lifestyle, I guess, journey here for, like fitness is it's huge. It's crazy. Like, the running clubs and the fitness clubs, even our last few guests who are all just really inside of like the fitness world. So I agree with you, but the hustle culture of New York, that did get old quick. So I liked coming to Miami and having that relaxation, the beautiful weather and stuff like that. So I agree. I agree with everything you just said. There is definitely a notable difference. So tell me this though, now that you are single in Miami and you are working really hard, there's another stigma I want to talk about. And you can definitely comment on this any which way you want. But do you feel as if men kind of stray away from the females who are kind of having that like masculine energy to build? Do you feel like men go away from that, or do you think they kind of lean into you in that regard? Like you tell me, how do you feel about that?
So I have been divorced over 5 years, and now I'm in a very happy relationship.
Good deal.
To answer your question, yes, sometimes it can get intimidated when woman is very independent and successful. But I go back to being intentional.
Right.
When you're intentional, exactly what type of partner that you're looking for, it's not even looking for, but you see yourself with. I would not see myself with someone who is not ambitious, because I'm very ambitious. I'm successful, and that's the real partnership. So I'm really grateful now to have a boyfriend and a partner that has the same vision, and we have the same vision and same goals, and we inspire each other. So it really comes down to, I was not into more like a casual dating. I was very intentional. I know exactly what type of partner that I was looking for, and I saw myself with, and
you were just dialed in on that man. You're like, nope, that's exactly it. That's the thing I need. Okay, cool. Can we talk about divorce a little bit?
Yeah.
It's interesting to talk to divorce with somebody who's been divorced. Obviously, I've heard it's a tough process, but then there's also the people who come out of it and they're like, I kind of get it, and like I think we needed that clean separation to start new lives, and obviously you've started a new life. But thinking back on this now, and you have a son. What have you taken from this? Like, do you think divorce is like, one of these? I mean, where was your divorce? Was it in America?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're seeing a lot. There's actually a current divorce happening right now with Nicole Kidman and her husband, and it's messy in all these different ways. But like, do you think divorce laws need to be revisited in America, or like, how do you feel about divorce now?
So I'm very supportive, and I don't want to sound.
We can erase anything you don't like to say. We can erase.
Like I think the divorce. I got married super early.
Gotcha. What age?
And like 22.
Oh my God, you were married really early. Okay.
I got married super early. I had very traditional family.
Gotcha.
And what I realized was you outgrow from the person.
Right.
And especially a lot of times people stay in a relationship, in a marriages, because they feel comfortable or they have kids and they don't want to bring that, we are not a family anymore. But I think that when the kids see that there is not any more love and there is not any more partnership, they see that. And I would rather my son grow in a household where he sees that I am following my dreams and I'm following my goals and I'm actually with the partner that I love and we respect each other versus we don't have any more connection.
Gotcha.
My divorce was, yeah, every divorce is painful, but it was very peaceful. And
Okay, cool.
we both came to the terms that this was not working. And, I wanted to, I'm that kind of person. And that actually, I wanted to tell you a little story about that. Again, when people thought I was crazy, I basically lost my mom 6 years ago. And due to cancer, it was like super random.
Sorry about that.
And thank you. And right after, like after 1 month, I basically filed for divorce.
Whoa. Okay.
And that was it was very hard, but I realized that, oh my God, like I lost someone so close, but life is so short
Right.
that if you are not super happy, then you are settling. And I'm like, I'm not settling in relationship, in my job, in anything. I just live once. So that brought me, peace.
Yeah.
That, you know what, I'm taking charge. Even if I would just die alone, I would rather be happy and just know that I did everything. Like I would not be settled in a relationship that I'm not super happy.
Why does that thought enter so many women's minds of dying alone? Why is that? I feel like I hear that from a lot of women when like if you're not married, you're dying alone. It's like
Yeah.
it's such a pessimistic like way to look at life. Like if a woman's not married, well, she's just gonna die in her grave alone. It's like, hold on, pause. Like, you got friends, you got family. Like there's a lot of people around you. It's like it just seems like women get in that state, right? Like, oh, I'm 30 now. Okay, it's over with. I don't have a man, so like I'm dying alone. You ever feel that? Like you see that?
Sometimes I do. A lot of women, and I think it's a society that puts a pressure on women.
I agree.
When they're in their 30s and like, oh my God, what do you mean? You are not married, you don't have kids? Like,
Yeah.
There's so much pressure
It is.
that women carry. And every woman deep down, they want love. They want to find someone. And I don't mean by dying alone. Of course you have family members, but everybody has that feeling of like, hey, I want to meet like once in a lifetime love.
Right.
And, the partner that I want to grow old with. And all this pressure of like, oh, time is ticking. What are you doing about it? It's just so much pressure for a woman. And I think when you reach the age of 30 and up, that's where your real glow up starts.
Okay.
And I always remind a woman, like, this is your glow up time.
Yeah, that was another question that I was gonna pose to you is like, what do you tell young women who get to 30 and they start feeling that way? Because it seems like, there's a trend online where it's like, when a woman gets that age, she starts thinking just completely differently, and the way she dates is differently. Like she's not asking the same questions on dates anymore. She's not being, so blasé about dating. She's very intent on like what she wants, like you just said.
Yeah.
So like, what's your advice for a woman that does reach 30 and says to herself like, shit, like it's over. I'm going to die alone. Like what are you telling those women, know?
So what I tell those women is the moment that you start investing in yourself,
Right.
you just attract the right people in your life and right partner. So I mean, like single on like a long time after my divorce because I was very intentional about my dating.
Gotcha.
So that's what I tell women. Invest that energy in yourself. Your growth, go work out, go do things that bring you joy. And I always say you need a partner in your life that's going to add to your happiness. Nobody has the power to make you happy. If you're just waiting for someone to make you happy, you're going to wait forever. And those are the women that think like, oh, I'm just going to die alone because, where is my partner? But if you're just like someone is adding to your happiness, then you are not waiting for someone else to make you happy. You are already living with a fulfilled life, and someone is just right person will always gonna show up.